So in this video, we are going to be taking the small brassica plants. Remember last video we planted some Brussels sprouts. Today we are going to be moving them into a bigger home so that they can grow more. Right here in this tray is an example of some cabbage plants that are about a week old. Now, in the last video when we planted the Brussels sprouts, we have moist conditions so that the soil or the seed will pop open. But as soon as you notice in your plants that about over half of the seeds have popped open, we want to remove the top that was holding in that moisture and keeping things warm, because these are cold weather crops and ultimately they don't need heat to thrive. So once more than half of the seeds have popped open, as you can see, these are a week old, so they're quite big. Yours will not look like this after the first few days. They no longer need that warm cover, so you can take them off. Now, as I said before, this tray fits about 400 plants. Today, we are going to be moving these, which are a little bit further along than these. As you can see, if we zoom in closely to this section, they not only have the first leaves, which are called cotyledon, but they have their first true leaves. So here's an example. This is the cotyledon, and then here's the first true leaves. So that tells us that they're ready for a new home. And so we're going to be pricking out these plants and then moving them to a bigger space. So one plant per cell. This is a 50 cell tray. And so if we have 400 plants in here, how many trays will we need to fill or to put all of these in a new home using a 50 cell tray? I'm not going to tell you the answer. You can do the math in your head, and you can respond to the video and let me know when you figure out the answer. Okay, so we're pricking out. This is a meticulous job that requires some attention to detail. We don't ever want to touch the stem of the plants. That just can introduce bacteria or fungus to the plants. So we never want to touch the stem. And we want to be really gentle as we are removing the plant, because the roots are all kind of entangled and we want as little breaking as possible. So I'm just going to come in here using a sharp object like a pencil or a popsicle stick you might have, and I'm just going to gently try to dig out. As you can see, I'm not touching the stem. And here we go. Now, I already have some of my holes ready, so I'm going to transfer this plant into that hole. We want all the roots to go deep down. Again, you have to be gentle. You don't want to break any of the roots. And you can kind of gently tuck them in. And there we go, a new home. All right. I think that's it.
Okay.
Thank you. See you next time.